Why FG must stabilize Naira value before 70,000 minimum wage implementation? Governor Diri speaks. The governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Diri, has explained why the federal government must stabilize the Naira rate before the implementation of the new approved 70,000 Naira minimum wage for workers nationwide. According to him, improving the value of Nigeria currency is better, adding that, however, that whatever gains made by raising the minimum wage without stabilized Naira value will be wiped out by inflation. Diri stated this while fielding questions from journalists on ranging issues in Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. He opined that the value of the Naira would have been stabilized before setting the minimum wage of 70,000 Naira so that it would not be affected by the current high inflation. He said it is better to improve the value of our currency because whatever gains made by raising the minimum wage will be wiped out by inflation. On the ongoing nationwide hunger protest, he advocated dialogue as the best option to address issues rather than resorting to protest or violence. While acknowledging the protest was constitutional right of every citizen, he, however, applauded the people of the state for maintaining peace, law, and order, saying no meaningful development can take place in an atmosphere of rancor and violence. He said, before August 1st, I engaged with the youth, religious body, and other stakeholders and maintained that dialogue was the best approach because we envisaged that the protest could be hijacked by persons who do not mean well for our state. From day one of the End Bad Governance protest to date, there has been no real protest in the state. I thank our elders, parents, religious leaders, and our productive youth of Bayelsa for listening to the voice of reason and for sustaining the peace that we are all enjoying. The protest in Bayelsa is dead. The number one agenda of our administration is peace. There was too much hatred in our polity. When we came on board, we first of all set out to unite our people. Today, I am happy to announce that Bayelsas are united more than ever before. According to the governor, his administration has been responsive to the needs of the people by adopting a bottom-top approach. There is peace in the political terrain of Bayelsa because leaders of the two major political parties can eat together today. We also have some of them as members of my executive council. On infrastructure and development, Diri said, although the state was not where it was expected to be, his administration has made tremendous strides in road construction, particularly the free senatorial routes. He stated that considering the number of roads and bridges constructed since he assumed office in 2020, Yenagoa will no longer be described as a one-road capital city. Responding to questions on power generation, the governor explained that his administration has commenced the process of building an independent power plant that discussions with investors had been very fruitful. On the full last by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET, they advocated that the federal government should do more by providing a permanent solution through the building of dams to contain flood waters. He explained that the flood challenge of the state was not due to rainfall, but that the rivers had become shallow and needed to be dredged. He also stated that due to paucity of funds, the state government is unable to embark on capital-intensive projects such as building dams and dredging of the rivers. This is one area we seriously need the federal government to come in and help our state. The governor, however, said this administration has taken measures to prevent and mitigate the flood if it eventually occurs in the state. On teachers, he stated that in a few weeks, the process to employ 960 secondary school teachers will be completed and the successful candidates will get their letters. Now, I understand where Governor Diri is coming from. Okay? Understand where he's coming from. Yes, they need to stabilize the Naira, so that we, the electorate, can enjoy. When the Naira has been appreciated, the value of the Naira is appreciated, the 70,000 Naira, you will take it to the market and it will get you more things. I hope people know that. That is why I was saying, even when the Labour Congress was coming outside to demand for increase in minimum wage, I hope the increment will not mean they will now relax and cross their legs and they're not going to do anything about, the value of the Naira. They're not going to leave it seated at the floor. They're going to still try to, bring it up and keep bringing it up till, they keep doing it. It's not something that they should even stop. But what I want to ask is, it is high time people in various states start asking their governors there to do what to do better. To do better in times of IGR. I mean people that their governors are not doing well. Because oftentimes I'm always hearing like Governor Diri said here now that state funds are not available. And I'm like, state funds. Every state, in fact, every governor coming in is supposed to be looking at, as in, some gold mines from outside. I don't know if you understand me. Meaning, if your predecessor, maybe the IGR was around 2, 3, 4, 5 billion, you should be looking at you getting 15, 20, as in you. When I mean getting, I mean you should be looking at generating more than. You should be looking at things you would do that will bring in more funds to the state, more revenue. I mean, to me, it is very shallow as a governor to depend only on state or depend on borrowing. That's a nah. It's not supposed to happen. I hear some amount state governors are actually, coming out to say they borrow, and I'm like, let's say, what if, for instance, now you go to borrow, they don't give you? What are you going to do? And of course, federal government don't tell you that funds are not available for now. Does it mean you're going to hold on? The state is going to stay like that. I feel that is why when picking governor, you have to pick somebody or people who have that insight. Who they are coming as problem solvers. They're coming, there is no money. The federal government said there is no money. What do we do to generate funds? So this is me saying, hold your governors accountable. In as much as we are here dragging Tinubu by his babariga, dragging his agbada, yes, we should also hold our governors accountable. These people, if they're going to be holding any other protests, let that protest or the next one they're going to hold, let it be about holding people in authority accountable. Holding people in authority, not just the presidency. Yes, the president is responsible for a whole lot of things, but I bet you there are people who are also accountable in the states, as in state-wise, that is the governors. We need to hold these people accountable. These people too, they have a lot of work. In fact, their own work is even plenty. And if we are not feeling their work, then we should also hold them accountable. The same way we need to hold local government accountable, local government chairman accountable, hold councillors accountable, House of Reps members, Senate members, State House of Reps members, all those people, they need to be held accountable for Nigerians to work. So while I'm saying yes, Tinubu will need to do this, we're also saying governors as well will also need to, tighten their belt and, roll up their sleeves and get to work. All right, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.